I wrote a novel! I should practice these things beforehand. I was supposed to swing around, but that's alright. Follow me on my journey. Welcome to chapter 14 of, or 15, I'll have to look it up. It'll be on the label correctly, of A Writer's Journey. Today I want to talk about the next stage in my journey, which was finding an agent. Finding an agent is usually a difficult process, and not that any step of this thing has been easy for me. I anticipated that finding an agent would be a long, drawn-out affair. Turned out I was kind of lucky in all that, because what I did was, with the help of my editor, wrote up a short synopsis proposal kind of thing, and there are a lot of aids out on the web that will show how to do one of these. The idea, of course, is to try to put the best foot forward in terms of describing as well as you can the novel and include a few chapters and that kind of thing. And then I went out and just found a list of Christian agents. You can find those on the web, lots of different places, and proceeded to tailor-make a cover letter for each one. And if they had certain different requirements for the kind of proposal they wanted to see, I made adjustments in the proposal, but for the most part it was the same proposal for everyone. And then I just sent out a whole bunch, anticipating that it would be quite a while before I'd hear. Most of them say, give us 4 weeks, we get a lot of things. We have to have time to read through them all, and then we have to think about them. And so I anticipated it would take a long time. So this is the one thing that really went easy for me. Within 3 days, I got an email from Jim Hart of Heartline saying, I want to read the whole novel. So I emailed him a copy of the novel, and less than a week later he said, I love it, I want to represent you. And so I was signed in less than 2 weeks with an agent. Now, I would have hoped that would have meant that the process of finding a publisher would go easier, but a year later, it hasn't. And I'll talk a little bit about that next week, and then I'm going to take a break for a little while. So, in fact, this is a relatively short one. The idea for finding an agent really involves coming up with a very good, well-written as the novel itself, actually, because this is the first thing people are going to see, synopsis, and a good proposal, following whatever is comfortable for you, and then finding a bunch of agents. Now, I will say this, I did this before the first conference I went to, and in a conference, you get an opportunity to spend some time actually one-on-one, face-to-face, talking with agents. And so that's a good place to meet them and give your proposal, as opposed to sort of the blind emailing and mailing that I had done. But it just worked out that it was before the conferences, and I figured I'd send these things out, and if that didn't work, I would find someone at the next upcoming conference. So another reason why, as I mentioned in the previous video, it's important to go to conferences, because you can set up these interviews with different agents and maybe get signed in a relatively easy manner as well. Otherwise, the big key word here is to be patient and don't give up trying. So that's where I'll leave the journey today. Like I say, a short one. And then after next week's, I'm going to take a break for a while. For one thing, I'm taking my family to Walt Disney World, so I'll be gone for that. But also, we're pretty up to where I am in this whole process. So if you don't want to miss out on something, especially if I take a break for a couple of weeks here or there, be sure to subscribe below so that you'll get a notice. Like this video if you liked it. Give me some comments if you want me to talk about something else. For the most part, I'm talking about what my experiences were, but if you want to talk, if there's something else, or you want me to add detail to anything I've done, by all means, leave a comment so that I can know what you want. And we'll leave it at that for today. And in the meantime, have fun writing.